So, can you describe briefly the nature of your current job and how it has evolved since you first started working in the industry?
Yes, of course. So I work at a life science consulting firm, just for your viewers' knowledge. And what this means is that this is a services company that provides mainly caters to the pharmaceutical companies. So most of the big brand names for medicines that you would have heard, we cater to those types of companies, and also mid-sized biotech. So these are the main clientele. And at a high level, what we do is help with the whole process of both research, so R&D, as well as the commercialization, but from a very different perspective, which I will get to in just a moment. So essentially, as some of you may be aware, some of you watching this may be aware, drug discovery is a risky process that costs a lot of money and takes a long time, right? So these bigger pharmaceutical companies, they would have at any given point many parallel pursuits of innovation together. So, some companies might have even hundreds of drugs that they're investigating in various diseases. From oncology to nephrology to hematology, so many things. And really the question becomes, how do you minimize your risk ultimately on your investments? How do you prioritize a given budget between two research programs? So it's ultimately about helping shape the choices of R&D managers. So that is one aspect to it, and to that end, we use various methods. At my current employer, we have 4 what we call practice areas, but you can think of it as methods to answer those questions or reduce those risks. So we do market research, which for instance involves talking to payers, patients, doctors, etc., to understand some of the unmet needs in the diseases better. The second method we use is known as competitive intelligence, which involves finding out what's out there, essentially being the eyes of the organization, so that if you see any signals externally that might increase or decrease your own risk, you can respond to it appropriately. And the third area or method we look into is called market access, and this involves in countries like UK or in much of Europe, ultimately medicines are overwhelmingly taxpayer funded. So essentially making the case whether a certain drug for a certain disease is cost effective for the taxpayer or not. So doing the modeling, understanding the regulators' appetite to pay and to what degree, all those sorts of things. So the very wide range of services, but all towards the same ambition of discovering a molecule, prioritizing its at-risk clinical development, and then if it's successful, helping it become a commercial success as well, not just a regulatory success.
Right.